Hey guys, today we have a scary story for you. If you are scared, better don't listen to it. Don't forget to subscribe, like our channel to support me for more, and share the story with your friends for more stories. Find your cozy spot, and let's go.
My daughter Emily has always been a little too trusting. She sees the best in everyone, even when she shouldn't. It's a trait that makes her kind, but also one that has worried me more times than I can count. A few years ago, when she was in the fourth grade, we moved to a new town for my husband's job. Emily was nervous about making friends, but within a week, she had already attached herself to a girl named Lily. She spoke about Lily constantly, what they played at recess, the jokes they shared, and how funny and sweet she was. I was relieved, honestly. Moving is hard for kids, and I was glad she had someone to lean on. One day, Emily came home with an invitation, a sleepover at Lily's house. I hesitated at first, but after speaking with Lily's mother, who seemed friendly enough, I agreed. I dropped Emily off that Friday evening, making sure to remind her to call me if she needed anything. Everything seemed fine when I left, but at around 1 a.m. my phone rang. It was Emily. Her voice was shaking. She asked if I could come pick her up. I could hear the fear in her voice, so I didn't ask questions. I just grabbed my keys and drove as fast as I could. When I arrived, Emily was already waiting for me at the door, clutching her overnight bag. She ran straight to the car and buckled herself in without a word. On the drive home, she sat silent, staring out the window. I asked her what happened, but she just shook her head. It wasn't until we got home that she finally spoke. She told me that everything was normal at first. They watched movies, ate snacks, and played in Lily's room. When it was time for bed, they laid out sleeping bags on the floor. Lily's parents had already gone to sleep and the house was silent. Sometime after midnight, Emily woke up. At first, she wasn't sure why, but then she heard whispering. She thought it was Lily talking in her sleep, but when she turned over, Lily wasn't in her sleeping bag. The whispering was coming from the closet. Emily sat up, straining to listen. She thought maybe Lily had gone inside to grab something, but the whispers didn't sound like her voice. It was lower, raspier, like an old woman's. Curious but cautious, Emily whispered, "Lily!" The whispers stopped immediately. Then the closet door creaked open just an inch, just enough for Emily to see something inside. A pale, wrinkled hand with long, bony fingers gripping the edge of the door. Emily froze, her body refusing to move. The hand slid back into the darkness, and the whispering started again. Only this time, it wasn't just whispers, it was laughter. A low, breathy chuckle that sent chills up her spine. Then she heard something else, from behind her. She turned slowly, her heart pounding. Lily was standing next to her sleeping bag, eyes wide open, staring at Emily. But she wasn't blinking, wasn't moving, just standing there, her face completely blank. Emily whispered her name again, but Lily didn't respond, didn't even flinch. That was enough for Emily. She bolted out of the room, grabbed her phone, and called me while standing in the dark hallway. As she finished telling me the story, I felt sick. I knew she wasn't lying. I could see it in her eyes, pure, genuine terror. I hugged her tightly, telling her she was safe now. But deep down, I had to know. The next morning, I called Lily's mother, keeping my voice calm. I told her Emily had been scared and wanted to come home early, and I asked if everything had been okay with Lily that night. There was a long pause. Then in a quiet voice, she said, "Emily must have been dreaming. Lily never woke up last night. She was asleep the whole time." I didn't argue, I just thanked her and hung up. But I knew what Emily saw, and to this day, she refuses to sleep with the closet door open.